Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martelle, and with me always is Randy. What up, Randy?
It is hot.
It is amazing.
No, I'm ready for fall.
I'm loving this. We're only 2 days in.
2 days into hell.
2 days into awesome.
Nope, too hot for me.
I'm enjoying this immensely.
I made a post about it yesterday.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't use
I know
Facebook.
you don't follow me.
I don't know. Not only do I not
now
follow
you don't follow anybody.
I don't follow anybody.
Right.
And I never get on the Facebooks anymore.
That's right. So, no, everything's going good aside from the temperature and my weight. We've made some improvements here in the studio.
We have.
You've got a new computer after yours scrapped out.
I did. I got a new.
Let's call it ours, but in reality, it's yours.
It's mine. I got a Mac, and then
that's short for Macintosh. For those of you that are
I got a MacBook to replace my gaming PC, which now I can't game anymore. So,
womp womp.
Whatever.
That's what happens when you go Mac.
It's fine.
Once you go Mac, you never
game
again.
But then came across this super sweet deal on some new audio equipment.
Yeah.
So we are more portable than before.
We are.
So, and I'll be selling the old equipment.
So if you are thinking of starting up a podcast or upgrading your USB mic into a laptop interface that sounds like garbage, you can hit up Martelle. You can hit us up on Facebook or Instagram or buckhornpodcast@gmail.com because he has gear to sell.
Yes, I have stuff to sell. So what's been going on with you?
Well, yesterday, as we record, this won't air for another week.
Right.
But Memorial Day, went and visited some graves of some ancestors. Went to Amish country. And it's funny because we've been going to this place for, decades. This little Amish place down in Adams County.
Yeah.
And they've got, like a furniture and woodworking store where you can buy games and gliders and whatever you want,
Yeah.
all Amish made. And then they've got their store, and one half of their store is you can buy regular items you'll see at Kroger, including things like margarita mix, which I thought was funny.
Ooh.
No alcohol, but the mix.
Hey,
so
all you need is tequila.
Other side is the other side is the Amish made goods. So we went and got some things we like. Let Huck pick out a few little bags of candy. And then we go to the bakery where everything's made fresh daily and got, a pretzel. And I think we got some, a loaf of bread and some other things. The boys got a ride in a cart on a little...
A cart?
Yeah, it was a horse-drawn wagon, but it was metal. It was like a fabricated buggy. It wasn't like your typical wood Amish buggy.
Gotcha, okay.
The wheels were wood, but the cart itself was metal, had padded seats. So Beth and Judd and Huck got to go for a ride. It was good, and it was just so freaking hot. But other than that, work this month has been crazy. You and I have been trying to, we got the new equipment. We've been talking about new endeavors with other people that we'll save for now.
All right.
Things are just still nuts. This whole coronavirus thing, it's still not, everybody's ready to be done with it, but we still don't know exactly what's going to happen next. So
I know what's going to happen next.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Go on.
I'm going to continue to live my life in this house
right.
like I have been for the past 12 years.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's been good. What have you been up to? Nothing?
Oh, I've been up all kinds of shit.
You've been doing a lot of home projects since you've been home more.
Not really.
It seems like you have.
Nah,
you moved Liz up here. You got the stuff on the deck going.
Yeah,
you got the new grill smoker thing.
Yeah, but that's not really home
Got the garage cleaned out.
That had to happen.
This has all happened since Corona hit.
It has. Got dirt.
Got dirt put in. Grass is growing.
Grass is finally starting to grow. So over the weekend, the long weekend here, I'm like, I've got the brakes. I'm gonna change the brakes on the Audi.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ones you ordered had to send back.
Yep. So finally decided to go change the brakes, break out the Rostec tool to unlock the rear e-brake setup, like the stupid electronic fucking e-brake. Unlock that, start digging into tearing the brakes apart. It's just like any other brake job. You just pull the carrier or pull the caliper off, press it in, good to go. But I'm replacing the rotors, so I got to remove the carrier also. One of the carrier bolts is seized on.
Oh, of course it is.
And I can't get to it. I had the biggest wrench that I possibly have, and a rubber mallet and a 20-pound sledge. And granted, you can't do much with one hand and a 20-pound sledge, but I tried.
I was wondering how you're swinging that, but I tried.
Really close to the head, and you just hold it, and it's like, wham! Didn't work.
Oh, geez.
So ended up putting everything back together, closed up the e-brake setup, and then I'm taking it somewhere. I don't.
You're done.
I don't have the patience to deal with.
North End wrench.
No, I'm taking it to Heston Automotive down in Lancaster because he specializes in European vehicles.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right on Lincoln Avenue. So I'm taking it down there, but then I'm like, all right, the brakes on the FJ need to be done too. I'll go buy pads, set to go. So start with the front driver's side, and it's a 4-piston caliper on this truck.
Okay.
All right, 2 on each side.
Right.
Get it all tore apart. 2 of the 4 pistons are seized.
Yep.
Got to buy new calipers.
I was going to say, you need new calipers now.
Oh. So what should have been a 45-minute brake job turned into a 3-hour brake job with bleeding and everything else. And then, I've got 3 vehicles in this house.
Yep.
And at one point, 2 were down simultaneously because I can't drive the Audi. My mower has been giving me issues, and it keeps stalling every time after about an hour's worth of use, it stalls, and you go to turn around, and it stalls again. So I had to drop that off back in for service, and I just got it back from service.
Nice.
In March.
You dropped it off in March?
No, I dropped it off in December. They came and got it in December for the yearly service. I got it back in March right after
which is about the right time.
The COVID stuff started. So, yeah. So now it's back down at the shop again.
I don't think you realize how busy you've been during this, though. You got the new deck stuff. You got the gravel. Dirt port. You got a new stool?
Yeah, I got a new stool. But I'm getting a new stand, a table, too.
You need to, because now you're too elevated.
Yeah.
Because you're like half sitting, half standing. I assume this is better for your back.
It is. But it wobbles.
It does.
I can gyrate my hips.
You look like you're thrusting on one of those bouncy balls or something. The exercise, whatever balls.
I'm glad you said that instead of a Sabian. I've been busy. I mean, I had to buy a new grill this year. The grill I've had for like 6 or 7 years. It completely rusted out. So I bought a pellet smoker. Bought new umbrellas for the deck.
Yeah, looks nice out there.
It is fucking amazing.
Too hot, but it looks nice.
Oh, it is amazing. I never thought that I would own a 13-foot umbrella.
And here you are.
And here I am. I have made it.
Biggest umbrella on the biggest deck on the block.
Yeah, literally. No one else has a bigger.
You fit all of us under your umbrella.
Bigger deck than I do.
Ella.
So,
hey.
And then I just tried to trust fall Liz, and she fucking dropped me.
I didn't hear that part yet. That's quacktastic.
We were sitting up here, and I was getting ready to clock out of work, and I just leaned back into her, and she looked at me, and she's like, "Motherfucker!" And I just right to the ground.
Say she probably moved.
No, she was off to the side, so she couldn't catch me, and she's like, I'm like, trust fall.
Yeah.
You got to always be ready for it.
You can't trust her.
Right. So.
All right, where are we at?
Oh, so I was given a gift a couple weeks ago of alcohol from one of our listeners, Mike Mclaren. And he gave us...
While we were recording,
yeah. So if I had known that Mike was here, I would have just had him pop up on the show.
But Mike, you missed it, and now we don't want you on ever.
That's not true.
I know it's not true.
But we
like Mike.
Jefferson's Reserve.
But not just any Jefferson's Reserve.
It is a Trader Joe's pick.
Yeah, because we've had JR before.
Yeah. So this is and I'm trying to find the tasting notes and all the other stuff on it.
Any info on it?
Any info on it.
Now, Jefferson's Reserve is one of my favorites because it's like $30 a bottle. You can find it about anywhere. And it's good. It's a good, smooth, $30 bourbon.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued. And now here's my fear. Just like with that Woodford that dude gave us, I hold certain expectations and standards for this, and I don't want to be let down. So I'm hoping this is not in the same vein as the Woodford whatever we tried that it was just a colossal letdown.
No, I don't think this will be the case with this one. Michael took my Man Fashion recipe and made his own simple syrup out of Brewdog Elvis Juice, the beer, their IPA.
Oh, okay. Wait, he made simple syrup out of beer?
Yeah.
Simple syrup is water and sugar.
Right. He did it with beer.
So he did instead of water?
Instead of water.
He boiled beer?
Yeah.
Added sugar?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And made a Man Fashion with that using this Jefferson's.
Huh. I'm intrigued.
It sounded good.
Yeah, I never had a simple syrup made with beer. When you boil beer, like cooks off the alcohol, right?
It would, yeah. And it's
like
going to leave
battered brats or use
Yeah.
it in steak or whatever.
but it's going to leave behind that citrusy IPA taste
Yeah.
that goes with it. Like it, and Elvis Juice are very grapefruity.
That's very interesting.
So, all right. So
we can't find much on this. So we're just going to have to try it and give it our own personal.
I found a picture of the bottle, but that's about it.
Yeah, so we'll just give it a little. And I've not been to a Trader Joe's. I don't believe. Maybe
I have.
Wait, maybe I have once.
Yeah,
Maybe I have once. So
there's
this
the
is
bottle.
the bottle. It's a nice looking bottle. It's typical. It just has the
Trader Joe's
stamp
logo
on
on
it.
it. Yeah.
little sticker they add to the bottle of Jefferson's. But it looks good.
So right off the bat, it smells like a Jefferson's Reserve.
Yeah, it just smells like Jefferson's or any other. I would say it smells like Jefferson's
It's their very old, very small batch.
Yeah, it smells like anything else of the same kind of mash bill or make.
Yeah.
It smells like a decent bourbon.
Yeah. So let's see.
Like I'm stuffed up as always, but nothing pops out at me.
No, I get a little bit of vanilla and caramel.
Yeah, you're typical. It smells
typical.
like a standard, not bottom shelf bourbon to me. Like there's no burn on the nostril. It just smells good. It smells like a good bourbon.
Yeah.
So on the nose, I like it. So let's
give
her a taste.
I already gave her a taste. So go ahead.
You did? Okay, I'll give her a taste. You talk.
So you get a little bit of that burn that Randy likes. But I'm getting vanilla, toffee, a little bit of I can't think of what it is, but there's a little bit of something there that's
nutmeg.
No,
but it's like I actually get less burn on this.
It's a little spice.
I don't get as much burn on this actually.
Really?
It comes in late and mild.
See,
right off the rib, like off the first, just sipping it, I didn't feel any burn.
Oh no, I let it sit in my mouth for a second. Just rolled it around. You know, instead of making mouth noises, I chewed it with my mouth closed.
I mean, any bourbon you let sit in your mouth for a minute is going to eventually burn some taste buds. But if you just drink it like normal, just take a sip and down it, there is something unique about it.
There is something, and I've had it's
a little bit oaky, but it's not a charred oak.
No.
This tastes more like a pine, like uncharred pine has sat in it, like pine chips. Like there's some kind of a woody flavor I'm getting.
I'm not getting pine. Pine's kind of minty.
Okay, I've not chewed on pine. I was just throwing out a wood. Fine, chestnut, walnut. I don't care.
Hickory, jicama.
Chestnuts roasting on my open fire.
Ugh.
There's just this like a outdoorsy kind of feel to it, like an evergreen, like a. You ever have a pine country, like the tea from the needles and stuff?
No, because that doesn't sound good at all.
Oh, it actually is. You'd be surprised.
Would I though? Would I be surprised?
Would you be surprised? I think you'd be surprised, but I don't think you'd like it.
Probably not.
But I think you would be surprised that's not just tasting like dirt, like forest floor dirt. No, I like this, but there is something very unique about it. And we don't know the price point. We don't know. I mean, you can go to Trader Joe's, right?
This may have been something that is only available to employees of Trader Joe's or in a certain area. I don't know much about it, so
I keep taking tiny sips because I don't want to run out because we had a sample size bottle here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael, for providing this to us. You know what? It tastes nutty. It's a nut. Like a mixed party nut kind of taste.
Kind of, yeah.
Like if you grab cashews and peanut stuff, you throw in your mouth, just chew them all up. It's kind of a nutty taste.
It's like a Brazilian and a macadamia.
Yeah, I don't know my nuts that well. I only put so many in my mouth at a time. But
Well, usually it's 2.
yeah, typically they come in pairs. But I'm tasting more cashewy. I think it's like a salty caramel. Not. It's weird.
I'm getting a salty caramel
That's
out
what
of
I'm
it.
saying. It's like I'm tasting a saltiness like from a cashew, and almost the sweetness from like a honey roasted peanut.
Yeah, honey roast. There we go. Honey roasted peanut.
That's kind of what I'm getting.
And caramel and
I'm
vanilla.
I'm getting the sweet and the salty. It's kind of like a chocolate covered pretzel, not taste wise, but in the fact that you get sweet and salty.
Yeah,
I like this,
I like it too.
and I don't know the price, but I'm going to go ahead and rate this a 3.5 donuts. I would say if you see a Jefferson's Reserve Trader Joe's, I would buy this. I like it.
I would definitely buy this. I highly doubt we're ever going to find it, so I'm going to give it. I love it. Okay, I like it. I'm going to give it I'm going to round down to 2.5.
That's fair.
I like it. We're never going to find it.
As far as we know.
As far as we
we're
know.
assuming.
Right.
We know nothing about this. He dropped it off in your garage and messaged you, and we saw it after late recording one day, and he was gone.
So
we don't know if this is even available for you to find.
I mean, it could be.
I'm giving it 3.5 because I'm assuming it's rare. So if you see it, buy it. Which 2.5 is still buy it if you find it, but that's a fair rating.
Yeah, I mean it's it's going to be anywhere between $40 and $80.
That would be my guess. Yeah, I was going to guess about the 65-70 range.
Well, the very small batch is $40. I've had a bottle of that before.
Yeah,
and it's really good,
which is great for $40. I think. I like Jefferson's a lot. I really do. I'm kind of biased,
but we know.
Well,
but this
aside from the Ocean Voyage 3, that's different. But Jefferson's Reserve for $30, I think is a great buy.
Yeah, and you've got others like Pritchard Hill and the Twin Oaks, which are $75 and $90. So this is going to be anywhere between $40 and $80.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
I like it. It's unique.
It is very unique.
I did not expect that with a tasting out of a sample bottle here, this little amount, and I kind of want more. There is no more.
There is no more. But
I kind of want more. Thank you, Michael, for listening and for donating. This is fantastic.
I'm going to put some water in mine.
So, yeah.
What I got left?
I'll have to put 2 drops in because I have very, very little left.
I almost inhaled again like I did
I was going to say, what just happened?
On the episode, the last Bourbon Hunters episode.
No, I literally just put 2 drops in because I don't have much left.
It didn't really change a whole lot for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. When I first drank it and just sipped it straight down, didn't let it marinate, I got no burn at all.
I'll say
so I don't think water's going to mellow it. It might open it a little, but
well, I was hoping it would open it up some, but I didn't really get anything different after adding the water. It just was watered down.
This tastes like an all natural peanut buttery taste, not overly peanut buttery like Screwball, where I would mix this with an eggnog per se, but it's just that nuttiness of it. This is probably the most nut filled bourbon I've ever put in my mouth. Oh, I like it.
I just took a big gulp and chewed the shit out of it.
I like it a lot. Yeah,
I do like
recommend
it.
If you find Jefferson's Reserve not from,
it's a barrel pick. It's a Trader Joe barrel pick.
Yeah, barrel select Trader Joe's. I would say get it. I'm a fan. What are you opening now?
I've got to double check this one. This is an Empire Rye, which just means that it's made everything that's in it is sourced out of the state of New York. So it's a New York bourbon.
Now, I don't
New
like
York whiskey.
I don't like New York City at all.
Well, this has nothing to do with New York City.
Right. I love upstate New York, where I have some friends that live and have a lake house, and it's more rurally. So I'm going to go into this with an open mind, and the Empire State is a whole state. The city itself sucks, in my opinion. So we're going to see how this goes, and pour this. Man, you poured yours heavier than mine.
No, I didn't.
Cheater.
It's my shit.
It is. That's why I'm only mildly complaining.
Actually, I didn't pour it heavier, did I?
Oh, yeah. You did the last one, too.
Oh, well.
You're twice what I am.
I thought I gave you half.
That's okay. You've given me Virgil Cane and 2 bits and everything else, so I won't complain.
Let's see here. Let's see if we can find...
loud.
What do I have written down on that?
It says Birch Button, I think. Empire Rye. Birch Button Empire Rye, I think, is what this. So did you write this on here?
Yeah, I did.
How did you know? Oh, because he wrote it on the top and told you what it was.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Black Button.
Black Button.
There we go. Black Button Empire Rye.
Okay, I see black now. Man, your handwriting.
Oh, my handwriting's atrocious.
It's as good as your reading.
Yeah. My handwriting. I write like a kindergartner.
Black Button Empire Rye.
So
this is a rye whiskey, so this is not a
So this
bourbon.
contains 75% New York State grown rye.
Ooh, that's a lot of rye.
Be distilled to no more than 160 proof, aged for a minimum of 2 years in charred new oak barrels for no more than 115 proof, crafted from mash to completion at a single New York State distillery.
Okay, I like what they've done here. So they've taken the Kentucky bourbon thing and said, we're going to make an Empire State Rye and put our stipulations on it.
Yep.
I respect that. So they're saying if you want to be labeled an Empire Rye,
you have to
here's what you have to follow.
Yeah, you have to be in the state of New York. You have to use X amount of this. It can't be no more than this.
It's going to be at this proof. I like that. I'd never heard of an Empire Rye, so now I'm really intrigued.
I had not either. So
Black Button Distilling, I've never heard of. We are on their webpage now, and they've got some selections.
They do. Now, I don't know what's what. So
Cask
I don't
strength, double barrel, single barrel.
Do I have anything else written on that bottle?
This just says, now that I know, Black Button Empire Rye. On the top, Michael's written BBD.
Black Button Distilling.
Big Black Distillery. So the D could stand for double barrel. There's a double barrel.
I doubt it's a double. It's probably Black
Button Distillery.
Black Button Distilling.
Probably it. So we don't know what we're tasting here.
So we don't know what this one is either. But we're going to go for it.
They have a port finish. Black Button has a lot of options.
They do. They have a 4-grain. They have a single barrel, a double barrel, a cask strength. What else? They got an Irish style, the Empire Rye whiskey. I'm going to assume it's this one, Empire Rye.
We're going to go with that.
Single barrel port finish, pre-prohibition style, and American straight.
Okay, I want to try. We need to find. I'm assuming we can't get this in Ohio.
We can't, but I know people in New York.
Single barrel port finished. I would love to try the Prohibition style straight bourbon. I would love to try. Plus, those bottles look great.
I want the double barrel.
I want them all, but like if I could just say, "Hey, give me one of each," and I'll add it to my collection, which I've been doing good about. I'm not touching my collection lately.
Well, you're supposed to.
Well, but I'm not trying to. The Virgil Cane I'm holding on to. The Angel's Envy Rye that I thought was $50, it was $100. I'm holding on to. Like. Those are going to sit for a while.
The only things you really need to hold on to are the things that you can't really get.
Which are those two?
Like the Maker's Mark
Caramel Mocha Bomb.
Toffee Caramel Mocha Bomb. And the
I'm gonna
whatever the other one was.
I leave.
I will shoot you.
First you got to catch me, and I am slow, so good luck.
Yeah, right.
I'm a tiny target.
All right, so this
we're gonna go. We're gonna assume this is Empire Rye straight whiskey.
I'm going with the Empire Rye. It's 95% rye and 5% malted barley.
Wow, that's probably the highest rye in a mash bill we've had.
Spicy and fruity with a slight nutty character.
Spicy and fruity could describe our show.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I'm Spicy, and with me always is Nutty.
Fruity.
Fruity. Nutty fruity.
Nutty fruity.
Tutti fruity.
Okay, so I'm the nutty character. I'll take that.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, no, I'll definitely...
Someone's got to keep this ship running straight.
I'll claim that. You keep it running straight, and I'll keep it running. Hey!
I guess. All right, so... Tasting notes, our Empire Rye has the familiar black pepper bite a good rye is known for, but is balanced with a subtle taste of stone fruit.
What is stone fruit?
It's a fruit that comes from a stone.
Oh, okay.
It finishes with a nutty, woody taste imparted from the hand-charred American white oak barrels it is aged in for the last few years.
Okay, before you touch your glass, close your eyes. Think of your favorite red sweet wine.
Hand.
That's not my hand. It's
Do
much smaller.
you feel my heart beating? Oh.
I feel something throbbing.
Do you
Put this to your nose, smell it, thinking of your favorite red sweet wine.
Wow.
Right?
I wasn't going red sweet wine. I got
it's sweet though.
a
it's
ham
like a sweet,
sandwich.
That smells like a ham sandwich to you? Are we talking like a honey baked ham or like a chip chopped ham from the Kroger deli?
Chip chopped ham.
That's the best.
I'll take that. So, motherfuckers, I went into Kroger like after when all this started.
This is so good smelling.
It smells really good. It smells it smells fruity.
It smells like a wine to me.
Oh.
It smells like a wine finished in bourbon barrels.
Okay.
Okay, so you went to Kroger.
So I went into Kroger.
You're angry about ham.
And I asked, I went in, I went up to the counter. I'm like, can I get a pound of chip chopped ham? The woman at the counter said, we don't make that anymore.
What? All it is thinner sliced ham. You just set the setting on the slicer thinner.
Right.
It's all ham, you dumb.
And I said, what do you mean you don't make it anymore? I said, it's not made. I said, it's sliced.
Yeah.
And she just looks at me and she goes, how do you want it sliced? I'm like, chip chop.
Yeah.
I said, she just looked at me like I was stupid. And I'm like, set your slicer to the thinnest possible slice you can make on that thing. She goes, well, you won't get a full slice. I'm like, right.
Duh. That's why it's called chipped and chopped.
It's chipped and chopped. It makes it a
Some
hell of a
people
lot
just call it chipped ham. Either way, that's what I want.
Yeah, I want that.
Dude, I could take a handful of chip chopped ham and eat it like an apple.
Do you know what I walked away with?
What?
1/8 quarter-inch sliced ham. That shit was breakfast ham. I could have fried.
You got Canadian bacon.
I could have fried that up.
I would have thrown it back and like, no.
I was like, what? I didn't realize I got home. And she had, literally, they cut. I could have hand cut it. It was so thick.
That's dumb.
I'm like, this. I got like 5 pieces of ham in my pound.
What do you mean we don't make that? No, I know you don't make any of the ham.
They don't make that anymore.
The pigs make the ham. You just need to know how to set your slicer. I can do it. I ran a slicer at a deli one time, like kind of for a job. It's not that hard.
No,
you literally, I used to take it to 0 and then bump it, and I'd try it like a test slice.
Yeah,
and if nothing came out, I'd bump it,
Bump it
until
again.
something came out, and then I'd just be like, okay, here we go. Go until you get a pound, or close to it.
Yeah.
Hey, is that good? It's a 1.08 pounds. Is that good?
Nope.
Yeah, it's
Take
fine.
some off.
That's fine.
Can't be bothered to have
That's
any
fine.
of that.
You know what I'd do if I went over and somebody said no too much? Yeah, I'd say fine. I'd set it aside on the counter, and when they left, I'd eat it.
Yeah, why not?
Because I couldn't put it back in like with the full ham.
No, you throw it away and write it off. So you just eat it and write it off.
Right.
That's what we used to do at Burger King.
Chip chopped ham at Burger King.
No, instead of throwing shit out,
yeah,
we'd eat it and then write it off.
I worked at Ponderosa in high school. I used to go home with 8 carry-out containers almost every night I worked of nasty garbage food. I can't stop smelling this.
I'm trying to pinpoint what it is.
It's very fruity.
It's
very fruity. Like it smells like potpourri.
See, that's
in bourbon.
See, I don't like potpourri.
I don't either.
I don't get potpourri. All right, I'm trying it.
No, but
I'm going in
honestly,
for the kill.
For me, it smells like a good wine finished in bourbon barrels. We've had Angel's Envy finished in port wine barrels.
Wow.
This is like the opposite.
Yeah, this is a complete opposite.
It's like wine finished in bourbon barrels, what it smells like. So you taste it. Go ahead.
It is so buttery. It's like creamy smooth. And then you get that black pepper, that peppery like rye burn taste that you get. Whatever the fuck stone fruit is. We're just going to go with it because it says stone fruit. It's almost like a juicy fruit.
This is weird.
It's almost like the piggyback.
It's 84 proof. It's almost like the piggyback.
The piggyback wasn't
the New York in this though.
You can, but the piggyback is a rye that we were like, oh, this is, and then it was just completely something that was
totally different,
baffling.
I like this because I taste the black pepper, but it's a fruity rye whiskey that it tastes like I'm eating a fruit medley.
Yeah,
with black pepper on it, but that sounds gross, but it's so pleasant.
It is. It's very good.
I like this.
I like
it. I love that it's 100% New York made from grain to glass. So everything's done. The grains, everything's in New York. I take pride in where I live, my state, my country, my city, even through all the faults, even through the garbage.
I can leave Ohio behind.
I know you can. You're weird. And I honestly, this is pleasant. It smells like a good wine to me. Rather, if I had to smell this and somebody said, what is it? I would never guess it's 95% rye. That's a lot of rye.
That's a lot of rye. That's a hell of a lot of rye. But it's
and it was first
good.
released in 2018, so it's a fairly new product.
Well, this is probably one of those. Well, I was going to say this is probably one of those 2018 bottles. but
it smells so fruity. It does not smell like a rye whiskey at all. Mm-mm. There's no strong whiskey smell on it. There's no strong peppery smell. And when you taste it, it's smooth and sweet. And just a very, very light tint, a little tinge of black pepper.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like pepper out of your like McDonald's shake or like real black pepper, like cracked black pepper.
So
really good.
I just kind of burped.
Kind of burped as opposed to full burped.
It tasted like one of those beef sticks that we
had the peppery beef stick.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
So coming back, it had kind of that meaty beef sticky taste. I know that's gross, but
we like the meaty beef sticks in our mouths.
I like beef sticks. I like meat in my mouth. So, but this is good. I like this. If I ever get back to New York, I'm going to find a couple bottles.
Now, I like on their site, it's talking about the New York State of Mind, rye whiskey versus bourbon whiskey, the evolution of the Empire rye whiskey. But under the rye whiskey versus bourbon whiskey, the line that my eyes drew straight to is, do not confuse rye or bourbon with Canadian whiskey, which is also known as rye whiskey, sans the E, friends. Mm-hmm. It says, historically, much of the contents was made from rye, but there's no requirement for rye to be used to distill Canadian whiskey. So Empire rye whiskey, like they're very serious about what's in their whiskey. If call it Empire rye.
It's a whole thing, just like they do in Kentucky. I mean,
this is like, to be called bourbon, especially if you're called a Kentucky bourbon.
To be called Kentucky bourbon,
you have to be made in Kentucky.
It has to be made in Kentucky. You can make bourbon in any state,
right? But when you want a real bourbon, started in Kentucky,
right?
Kentucky said, "We're doing it from our springs, our spring water."
It's the line filtered,
51%. Yeah, 51% or more chlorine. Aged in brand new charred oak barrels for 2 years or more. You know, like there's an Empire. I don't know who started this or what organization's over this, but I respect what they're going.
I've heard about this before, and I mentioned it to Michael because I think his dad was traveling up to New York, and it's actually not just one. It's all of the distilleries in the state of New York. All got together to
said this. We're going to do this.
This is what we want to do.
Empire Rye. Yep. Here's our. Now I added some water.
And it opened it up some, and I got more of a caramel and pepper flavor out of it.
Bingo! I was going to say I got more pepper when I added water.
Well, I got a little bit of caramel.
I didn't get as much caramel,
like on the sides, like deep down in the side of the tongue.
Jowls.
I don't have jowls.
The side of the tongue, the teeth, the lips.
Yeah, I don't have. Jowls.
I didn't get any caramel. I got more pepper. I got the same flavor, but more peppery.
But yeah,
this
definitely
is fantastic.
It's really good.
Michael, I want the rest of your bottle of each of these. So I can Venmo. I don't have Venmo. I can PayPal or Cash App you.
You can fight him for it.
It's too hot out. I don't want to sweat anymore than I have to.
I want to see this
basically
fight.
Sweat all the. I would have fought him in 2012.
Well,
when I was in shape and like teaching people to fight. Now I'm out of shape and teaching people how to leave me alone.
Again, there's a way to correct that issue.
Yeah. Just stay in my basement.
Work out.
Don't talk. Yeah. Overrated. I'd rather do this with you and drink.
Well, I do this and then I also work out.
I lost like 6.5 pounds last week. If I do that every week for the rest of my life, I'll be fit by the year 2082. So leave me alone.
Not good enough. Need to have you around longer, Randy.
You'll replace me. And if I die in the air, who doesn't want to listen to that episode?
Wow. You almost died the other day.
That's true.
The other episode. The other episode.
I like this a lot. I don't know the price point. Does it say? Do we get a price point on it?
I don't know.
Let's see if we can figure out. I mean, I'm assuming this. I know it's not available in Ohio. I've never even heard of.
Here, let's try Drizzly and see what they have.
I've never heard of. I need to slow down my speaking.
Oh, they have an apple pie moonshine.
Oh, I am intrigued.
So, moonshine, gin, moonshine.
Not what we're looking for.
No.
It looks like the prices are in the $20 to $50 range for everything else, though, give or take.
Yeah, they got a bourbon cream.
Ooh.
Did you open that bourbon cream yet?
Well, that wasn't mine. It was Gary Wayne LeMaster's, but he came over and opened it and put it in some root beer. That tastes like a root beer float.
It is really good.
That was really good. So I might have to. Now, here's the thing: I bought him a bottle when I was up north for work, and it was $20.
We'll go with about $50 for a bottle.
So then I bought him a bottle in Cincinnati. He's like, "Oh, if you see it again, get me some."
No, it's $65 for a bottle.
Okay. I still like it at that price. This will be something, I don't have anything like this in my collection.
No.
So, you know what, which I sent you and dude a picture, and Tyler. I've got 9 bottles in my collection I'm trying to just hold on to for the right time. Because they're all kind of hard to get. Like I still got some King Snake. Every day's the right time for a Weller's or a Jefferson's Reserve. But for Virgil Kane or
share it with Huck. Huck will love it.
He will. But he's only 6, so I'm waiting until his 7th birthday to do that.
6.5.
But yeah, no, at $65 from New York, can't get in Ohio. I'm going to give this one. I'm going to give it a 3, only because I don't know. I think I'm going to give it 3.5. Okay. I'm going to give it 3.5, just like the others. I think if you can get this, go get it. Now, I'm not saying drive from Ohio to New York to get it, but I'm still going to say if you happen to be in New York and see Empire Rye from
Black Button,
get it. This is really good. I like it.
I like it. I'm going to go with a 2.5.
So we stayed the same on both.
We stayed the same on both.
So we split both at 3, basically.
I like this, but there's something about it that I don't like, and I think it ends up being. I like the scent, the aroma on the nose, but then after I drank it, I don't like.
It's more peppery when you drink it.
I like the taste. I like the flavor. I don't like the aroma.
Really?
I don't want to smell it when I'm drinking it.
I love the aroma.
It's got it. There's something there that reminds me of something from my childhood that I hated. It's just sparking a
like
bad
abuse
memory.
Or a rape situation?
Like formaldehyde, maybe.
Do we need to talk?
No. It's just got that.
Touch with a therapist?
It's like stale air, like from a tire.
No, I hard disagree with that. The
I'm
smell
just not.
To me, I'd get a candle that smelled like that.
No, I wouldn't do a candle.
It smelled fantastic.
Like
I think it smelled very florally, very citrusy, very fruity. Not citrusy, fruity overall.
And maybe that's what I just don't like about it. I love the taste. The taste is.
You've always
great.
hated fruity people. fruity things.
Not people, things.
So it's okay that you don't like black pepper or fruity things.
Oh no, I love the taste.
You racist. But
love the taste. I'm not
I
a
like
fan
it though. So still
smell.
2.5 is a buy.
2.5 is a buy. I'll buy
like,
it.
Yeah, it's
I
like,
would buy a bottle.
Don't go kill for it. Like it's not a. I like it.
Well, plus it's hard.
It is hard to get.
It's going to be hard to get around here. So
honestly, today I'm in such a good mood. Today I've probably
You going to give a Beam 8-star like a 3?
No.
Yeah.
No.
You want to change that score? You want to go try it again?
No. If I would say on any other day, I probably would give them both these a 3 over 3.5.
Yeah, you must be in a good mood.
But I'm in a great mood, man. It's been a good day, good weekend. I got a lot done for work today. I started at 7:30 this morning. 7:45ish. I woke up, hit the ground running, got a lot done for work. I deal with anxiety a lot.
No,
it's not something I put out on the air, but I have like serious. I thought anxiety was just something people had like when they got scared or they got nervous. I know it's like an actual medical thing until somebody professionally said, "Hey, you're not depressed, you have anxiety." I was like, "Well, what's that mean?" But today I woke up feeling good. I've got 7.5 hours of sleep 2 nights ago. I got about 7 hours and 15 minutes last night, give or take. I woke up feeling great, clear mind, clear heart, and I'm kind of in a great mood. So maybe I'm being a little generous. I guess I would rank each of these a 3, which is still a get it if you see it.
Yeah, then that's where the 2.5 is.
I guess our 2.5 to 3.5, 3 range, we're saying the same thing. If you see it, get it. Don't now, like a Virgil Kane, that's something that when I'm out of state, I am hunting for.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I would not hunt for this, but if I walked in and saw either one of these, the Jefferson's Trader Joe or the Black Button Distillery, if I happen to see it, I'd grab it. Because I can't get it here. Maybe that's why I said 3.5, because it was like, go get it. If you see it, get it. Just don't question it. Just get it.
Just get it.
It's both of these are very different than anything I currently have in my limited collection. And both are at a fair price point, I feel. So, yeah.
Now, you know what? I don't think the Empire Rye is at a fair price point. It's $65.
Oh, that was a $65 one. That should be more around...
I think that should be closer
40,
to like
45-ish.
a 45.
Yeah.
I don't... It's
And again, we're assuming that's what we had. I think it
right.
is.
I think that's what we had. I think we had the
it was
Empire
definitely
Rye.
black peppery.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I don't think 65 is a good price for that.
Yeah, but then again, is 65 a good price for blends?
No.
So okay, that's
why
I agree with you. So okay,
54.99.
So let me stay with my 3.5 on the Jefferson. Well, we don't know the Jeffersons. Okay, I'm going to say 3.5, knowing nothing about them. 3 at a 65 price point for either of them. I'm going to assume both are 65. I give them both a 3 donut out of 5.
Okay,
which is still buy it.
Let's still buy it.
I would buy one bottle and bring it home, but it's not something I would look for all the time.
No, and that's the same way that I think about it. I don't.
Yeah,
it's.
I like that though. I like that Black Button because it's so different. We tried so many things that are caramel, vanilla, which isn't a bad thing. I love that. That's why we do what we do and we like what we like. And you and I have similar taste buds, but not the same.
No,
like there are things we vary on. So I'm a little bit higher in these than you are. But we've had the opposite too.
But you like the more floral as well. Like you really,
I have a sweet tooth.
That Eureka Gold from Two Bitch.
I loved.
You
were
loved
not
it.
that hot on.
It was good.
It. Yeah, you liked it, but not as much as
the Pack Leader Reserve.
Right.
Holy shit.
Which I placed them both about the same. But you were like, "Hey, do you want the Eureka Gold?" And I'll keep the Pack Leader. I said, "Sure."
And I sent you home with Pack Leader.
And I took home the Eureka Gold, and that was fine by me. So I do like the more floral, more fruity, sweeter taste.
But so I'm waiting on Pack Leader Reserve 3 to come out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get me a bottle of that somehow. And then also I reached out to Virgil Kane about another limited edition.
Oh no.
And
like the Electric Owl or
like the Electric Owl, the Roundhouse, or the Ash Cat. And they said keep an eye out for September, October.
Of this year?
Of this year.
Ooh. I go down south in November.
So,
and I'll be right across the North Carolina state line.
Well, I may not be going to North Carolina this year.
So I may have to be the pack mule.
Well, no, because I'm going somewhere.
You might be going to North Carolina.
I'm going somewhere.
Trip down,
but
leave at 3 a.m. and get back at 11 at night.
Well, so typically we go down to Myrtle Beach with my in-laws.
Right.
They get a house. We all go down and spend the week down in Myrtle Beach in South Myrtle. But this year, because of the COVID-19 stuff, my sister-in-law and brother-in-law have backed out of going. So we had a 7-bedroom house. They've backed out. They're not going. So they canceled the 7-bedroom house.
Okay, that's still a long ways away.
Mid-July. Yeah. Still quite a bit off. But they backed out 3-4 weeks ago. Okay, so it's quite a ways off.
Yeah, pretty early.
Pretty early to be backing out. So they backed out. So my in-laws canceled the house. So we don't have a house. With the expectation that, maybe other people will back out also, and then we'll just get a lower rate on another house.
Right, some a little bit. You don't need 7 bedrooms. Not as many people.
No, that shit ain't happening. Are you kidding me? Homeowners aren't going to lower their price because someone backed out. If anything, the prices have actually gone up.
Well, yeah, because they still want to make their money.
Because they were going to make their money.
Yep.
And
because
people are still going to pay the price.
Somebody out there DGAF about coronavirus, and they will pay it.
Well, here's my thought. I don't give a fuck about it either.
Right.
I'm trying to buy a house down there.
In Myrtle Beach?
Yeah, in South Myrtle.
Go to Topsail Island.
Well, I'm looking at South Myrtle or Hilton Head.
Why do you want to live in a tourist trap?
Because Hilton Head isn't necessarily a tourist trap.
Well, really? Because every sticker I see on the back of the vehicle,
those are just yuppie fucks.
Is a HH sticker.
No, those are just yuppie fucks.
Right. And
they're
those yuppies go to Hilton Head every year.
But they're not staying in the private plantations.
If you're private, you can go wherever you want.
Well, there's private plantations on Hilton Head.
Okay, you can't say plantations anymore.
Yes, I can, because they're called Seaside Estates is a plantation.
It's Seaside Estates. Plantation means you own slaves, and that's racist.
No, it doesn't. I was going to buy a banana plantation in St. Lucia until Liz shut me down on that.
Yeah, and all you ended up with was a banana hammock.
I didn't even get that.
On a milk stripper.
Didn't even get that.
Oh, I bet you did.
I wish.
Consolation prize, I'll take it.
Right. But the banana plantation in St. Lucia was only $250,000 US. And it was like a 25-acre banana plantation.
Buy it.
That was
bananas.
That was 12 years ago. You could have called me.
Itself.
I could have been Chiquita.
I'll call you Chiquita if you want from now on.
No, you give me.
Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. My name is Randy. With me always is Chiquita. What's up, Chiquita?
Hey. But so I want to buy rental property down in Myrtle Beach or Hilton Head, and it's South Myrtle. It's not the touristy bullshit of North Myrtle Beach where all the gunshots and all the crime is. It's actually Surfside, but which is just a little small community down there.
I've
right on the beach.
I've only been to a handful of places on the East Coast. My favorite so far, though, is Topsail. Because
never heard of her.
Well, it's about 35 miles south, or minutes at least, south of Camp Lejeune in North Carolina, where my brother-in-law was stationed. Now, on Lejeune, when you go to Onslow Beach, the only people there are Marines and their families. So it's like a whole ocean front line that's a Marine base, and you cannot get on it unless you're a Marine or visiting the Marine like we were. So anytime we go down like February and March. It's already warm enough down there to go to the beach. Maybe not stay in the water all day, but it was enough to visit the beach for Ohioans, and there's nobody there. We go during the week when all the Marines were working. So it'd be one of their wives and a kid here or there, but it was like a vastly open beach. You could walk a mile up and down the beach and pass 20, 30 people on a weekday. Total.
Too many.
Yeah, do you want to go to Myrtle Beach where during peak season
the place that I'm looking to buy it's private.
So we went one
private
time,
access.
We went, well, private beach is fine. You're rich. I'm not. So
no,
we went to Topsail.
White trash millionaire. Different.
Okay, I'm white trash poor-millionaire.
Right.
So Topsail Beach is a little bit south of Onslow and Camp Lejeune in Jacksonville, North Carolina, not Florida. And it's kind of a retirement community. It's just real laid back, real kind of easy going. Just chill. Not many people on the beach. Quaint little shops. Like Beth and I almost moved there. I actually had an interview set up when I was in banking to interview at a bank down there, and we decided against it at the time. And I think we made the right decision. But if I was going to move to the East Coast, that's one of the places I would look for sure. So I know Chris and GW, which he's been on the show forever ago, but they like Tybee Island down in Georgia. I've never been there, but it sounds a lot like Topsail, where it's kind of secluded. It's on the coast, but it's not like spring break isn't going to ruin my day. Kind of like when Pumpkin Show comes to Circleville, it shuts down Circleville. When spring break goes to Myrtle Beach, it shuts down Myrtle Beach.
Oh, shit. This is even further south than fucking Hilton Head.
Topsail?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
I think. Hold on.
No,
it's north of Myrtle Beach. Never mind. It's north of Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach is South Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is North Carolina still.
Yeah, this is, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to be there. That's still too far north for me.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Too far north.
Beautiful.
Like Hilton Head down here. Oh, you can't see. Hold on.
You're talking the same climates.
Yeah, but that distance, that's a big difference in climate.
No, it's
still
not.
From me to my neighbor's house is a big distance in climate. And he's 800 feet away.
Yeah, but that's Ohio. That's not coastal Carolina climates.
Yeah, that's a huge
Plus,
difference.
where's Virgil Cane from?
South Carolina.
I thought it was north.
Wrong.
Ugh,
Charleston.
All right, well, Virgil Cane loses half a donut now.
You're a liar.
Dude, Charleston? Gross. I like South Carolina, but I don't like Charleston.
Right there.
Too big of a city. Gross.
Yeah, that's where I want to be. Or Florida. I'll take either one. Don't give a shit. It's not Ohio.
Topsail's nice just because it's so secluded, quiet.
Or, better yet.
What, you're going to Cuba? To Havana?
Nope.
No, we're literally just looking at a map. Literally.
Yeah, we're literally just sitting here looking at a map. Turks and Caicos.
I've never been to any of those.
Where are
Long Island? That's a long way from New York.
Nassau, the Bahamas.
Cuba.
All right, I don't know where it is. Just to sit here and fuck around on a map.
You're literally just scrolling around a map.
Yeah. I thought I was close. I wasn't.
You're not. Just put it in. Oh, yeah, St. Lucia.
Boom. There it is.
Yeah. Those islands have done well the last few years with all the hurricanes and
This
not
one,
having a
well,
home
so-
or food or clean water.
So
go ahead and move there.
y'all are listening to this while we talk about it. So Hurricane Alley starts here at St. Lucia. They don't get hurricanes. It all comes up through here. U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico.
What it sounds like to me is you're going to pay way too much for a half acre of land there and be overly crowded.
I'm not going to pay for any land there. I'm going to live in a condo.
Fine, you're paying way too much for a condo and no land. Congratulations.
Fine with me. I don't give a shit.
And 1 million people on an island the size of the tip of my pinky.
Hey, beach all the way around. Beach. And
Yeah,
most of it's...
That's how an island works. You're right.
Right.
Beach all the
Right.
way around it.
And most of the island is national park anyway.
Gross.
Not perfect.
Can I ride my four-wheeler there?
Yes.
Can I hunt there?
Yes.
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I own any gun I want there?
I would imagine you can. They're part of
I'll have to look.
the Caribbean Republic.
Is the cost of living the same as in Pickaway County, Ohio?
Fuck no.
Yep, there's the killer right there.
But why would you want to live in Pickaway County, Ohio?
It's not that I want to, it's that I can afford to.
Okay, there's a difference. I can afford to live in St. Lucia.
Well, you're white trash millionaire. I'm poor.
I can afford to move to St. Lucia.
We are not on the same level, Martelle. You can afford a 13-foot umbrella.
I can.
I can afford a 13-foot 2x4.
Barely.
Well, I have to
And
special order
it won't keep the shade off.
It won't at all. I'm a white individual. Thanks for making me feel great.
You're welcome. Lose some weight.
This is an awesome episode. You know, the one thing about this new recording equipment is I don't know how long we've been recording.
That's good.
Does it tell you there?
Yeah.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it tells me.
I'm literally looking at the back of a tripod with a Walkman on it.
Pretty much.
Is what it looks like.
And
with
some wires
XLR
coming out
cables
of it.
coming out of it, and yeah. So I don't have the screen that I usually do where I know exactly how long we've been going.
No, but depending on how this works out, I can switch between, we can record on that machine, or we can record to the laptop like we've done in the past.
I like it. I'm not against it.
So
I just realized like I'm trying to figure out how long we've been babbling, and I have no clue. What do you?
there's microphones that go with it too.
Oh, nice.
So I got 2 different microphones. This one actually has a line in.
Okay.
So I can run a line from the laptop to here and turn it on.
Gotcha.
And actually play music from the laptop so you can actually hear what we're talking about, but we're not showing anything interesting.
We should post a link, though, to what we're using so folks know, maybe. Maybe somebody's been thinking about, I'd like to do a podcast. I wonder what they're using and what we've used in the past.
So send me an email and I'll sell you some products.
You're not going to sell them the new one, though.
No, I'll sell them our old
crap.
It's not crap. It's fantastic.
Well, you're right.
Product.
It's not crap. I will say it's really good quality stuff. We just decided to go something more portable. So if we want to walk around Pumpkin Show or St. Lucia, we can.
In reality is, depending on how this recording turns out, depends on how we record in the future.
I thought about that. Like, what if our quality drastically, tanks?
It shouldn't tank.
It shouldn't.
But I have everything set up. Like, I've gone through and read all the documentation, did videos on how this should be set up for recording input. But at the same time, if this doesn't work the way we want it to, I can route it right through the laptop like we did with the old system.
And do the same
and just
thing.
record it straight to the laptop instead.
So then it'll only be different if we went, on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not even using battery power right now. Because this is battery powered. I've got it plugged into the wall.
Man,
just because I don't want to use batteries.
It took 100 episodes, but we getting fancy.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Well, it took about 3 test recordings in one day, and then we realized this sucks. And then we got fancy.
And then I went out
we're fancier.
and got super fancy and spent a shitload of money on stuff.
We bougie now.
Yeah. We're like the white trash millionaires of podcasting.
Slumdog millionaires of the podcast right here.
Yeah.
All right. So, that it?
Oh, we can wrap it
How
up.
long we've been going?
It doesn't matter.
Has it been 10 minutes? Has it been 100
It's whatever we put out.
days? Well, I know that.
I mean, if it's an hour and a half, it's an hour and a half. If it's 20 minutes, it's 20 minutes.
Yeah, good point. I don't really care.
I mean, it is what it is. I just found a new podcast that started following us, and I started following them on Instagram called The Whiskey Minute.
Oh, yeah?
They do a 1-minute show.
Shut up.
1 minute.
I'm going to follow them. That's
1 minute
incredible.
show. They're down in Florida.
Of course they are. you're going to move to Florida someday. We're going to have to, like, you're going to have this down there, and I'm going to have a USB mic plugged into my laptop.
Probably.
That picks up every burp and fart I let out.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Just don't leave me, Jack. Don't ever leave me.
Who?
Jack.
Jack Mayhofer?
Yeah.
So if Jack helped you off a horse, would you help Jack off a horse?
Absolutely. That's just common courtesy.
Okay.
If your Uncle Jack was stuck on a roof, would you help your Uncle Jack off?
No.
Why?
Because I don't like Uncle Jack. He's a pedophile.
You can put the ladder up for him?
Nope.
He's not a pedophile. You're like 47.
Doesn't mean you didn't try to touch some other kids.
And this brings us back to the chloroform.
Yeah.
In your childhood.
Chloroform what?
Exactly.
I don't remember anything.
All right. This has been a 13-foot umbrella podcast.
We are done. All right. So check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
It's the Google Tweetstagram.
We don't use Twitter.
We still say it. So
we still say it because it just makes sense.
Just follow us there so maybe somebody else will.
Whatever. If you'd like to get in contact with us, you can shoot us an email at buckhornpodcast@gmail.com.
Or you can reach out and touch us.
Randy likes to be touched.
You can reach out and touch me.
Finger knuckle deep in the anus.
My armpit.
Anus. The anus of his body. If you'd like to support the show, you can send money.
Metaphorical anus that we often talk about.
If you'd like to support the show, you can send us money on Venmo at Brandon-Martelle.
Yes. Help Martelle pay for his laptop.
Oh, hold on.
Uh-oh.
We're going to stop.
Collaborate and listen.
Switching directions. So we got a couple emails.
Oh, yes.
We got one from James.
I've only seen one. Can you pull them up on the computer?
I might be able to.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's read these because these are good. We got two. We got two emails.
And by couple, you meant a couple.
I literally meant a couple. Two.
I read. You sent me James.
I sent you James, and James's was good.
James
has been listening for a while. He's listened to like 98 out of the 100 podcasts that we've done, the 100 shows we've done.
And we did say somebody let us know if you've been listening.
And he let us know.
So he said
he just listened to the 100th episode. Congratulations. I've listened to 98 episodes while toiling away at the evil Omnicorp. Thanks for doing what you do. P.S. Bring back Martelle's sister.
I think James wants to have a little more Sarah in his life.
Well,
even though she is happily married.
I would like to have a little more Sarah in my life.
Oh, that's your sister. That's weird. Joe Dirt Day.
No, I just miss my sister.
Your name's Joe Marte?
No.
Don't you mean just Joe Mart?
Either way, I like having my sister around.
The thing is, Sarah lives far, far, far. She's in Florida. We're in Ohio.
Right.
I would love if Sarah was here. We'd have her on every episode.
I'd have her on every episode. She'd be our third wheel.
Host. Yeah.
Third
wheel. She would be the third wheel to Martelle and I's.
Randy would be the third wheel to this White Trash Millionaire show. But
be the third wheel. That's usually a couple thing, and that's your sister. You guys really like the South.
It's a show.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So anyway,
but one of the questions James had, and I told him that I was almost certain we had answered this on a previous show, but I would get to it. So the question is, what is a supercar? Kind of stumped me. What's the difference between a fast sports car and a supercar? Is the Ferrari F430 a supercar? Yes. So the Ferrari F430 is...
I was still reading.
Oh, I'll come back to it in a minute.
Let's address this.
We'll address this. So supercar definition.
You put super definition.
Yeah, I know. It's because my brain works faster than my typing does.
So now, in that, man, that's an old episode. So he hasn't been listening in a while.
So that's a really old episode.
Between a supercar, one word.
So supercar, also called an exotic car, is loosely defined as a description of certain high-performance street-legal sports cars. Since the 2000s or 2010s, the term hypercar has come into use for the highest-performing supercars in the United States. Muscle cars were often referred to as supercars during the 60s.
So I believe in that episode we kind of defined a supercar versus a car that is super, aka a super space car.
Yes.
So a supercar would be your Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bugatti, Maserati.
So
McLaren,
most
not
of
Michael McLaren, but your car McLaren.
Yeah.
Your high end exotics, which are now since the early 2000s known as a hypercar, maybe.
Well, hypercar just goes even further, like
level.
Bugatti, a Bugatti would be a hypercar.
Like all bourbons are whiskeys, and all whiskeys are bourbons. A Bugatti could be defined to me as either a hyper or a supercar. I'd take either, but it is on a next level.
Yes,
the McLaren, when it first came out, the what was it? The McLaren. Help me out. I'm blinking.
I don't know.
M1, F1, whatever it was.
Just go with it.
Blew everything off the planet. Right?
It was crazy.
It blew the doors on Ferrari, Lamborghini. And even Ferrari and Lamborghini had those quote unquote, I'm doing air quotes you guys can't see, poor models or common models. Where when McLaren came out, it was like, this is what it is. If you can afford it, tough crap.
Well, that's the way Lamborghini have been, and that's the way Ferrari used to be.
Right.
But Porsche's a supercar. You got your 911
but you also
as your base model.
You also have you do, but you've also got Porsches that are your non-turbo, automatic.
Well, hold on. So you've got your 911. So Porsche makes the 911. That's your base model. They used to make the Boxer.
Yeah.
But that has since been replaced with the
Cayenne or
no, not the Cayenne. I just blanked on it. It's not the Cayenne's the SUV. It's a Cheyenne.
Yeah.
No, it's the same damn thing. Anyway, so the Boxer's been replaced with another car that's a mid-engine, rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive.
Porsche makes all those little roadsters.
But they make a bunch of roadsters. But your 911 is still an $80,000 car for your base model.
Yeah, but
then you get your RS.
$250,000 as your base model.
But that's where I'm going. Then you got your RS, which is a step up on your 911. So your RS is the whatever. It's like you got your A4. Now you got your S4.
That's kind of like your Jeep Cherokee versus your Jeep Cherokee Country.
Right. And now but now you got the GT4 or the GT or whatever
your Jeep Cherokee Sport,
which is your $250,000, $300,000 Porsche. That is your supercar range.
So basically, long story short, James, thank you for listening. The difference between a supercar and a supercar is it comes back to the stigma of it. Does the name Ford turn heads in and of itself? No.
No, but the GT40 is a supercar.
A supercar? Yes.
Yes.
Does the name Porsche turn heads? Yes. If you say I own a Porsche, it doesn't matter what it is. People go,
nice.
Oh crap! Like that's a nice car.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to do with the stigma, the price, the performance is definitely part of it, right? Toyota, does it turn heads? No. Does Toyota Supra turn heads? Yes. But is the Supra, which is the car we were talking about that episode, on the same level as a Lamborghini, on the same level as a Bugatti, McLaren?
Out of the box? No. Are we talking about marks? Yes.
But again, if you tell me you own a Toyota Supra and Joe Schmo tells me I own a Porsche, a Lamborghini, a Bugatti,
right?
Who do I think has the better car?
Right.
Even though you could have the faster car, depending
right
on modifications, on aftermarket. And I am the MK4 Supra is one of my favorite all-time cars. Before Fast and Furious, it was a car I loved. When I was younger, it was a car I wanted. I had a Toyota Tercel as my first car. I dreamed of having a Toyota Celica GT4, a Toyota Supra, anything better than a Tercel.
What do you think this is?
In the Toyota, that looks like that is a Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
Okay, Mitsubishi FTO.
FTO.
But again, if I say I have a Porsche and you say I have a Mitsubishi, who are people going to look at and go, he's got money?
Right.
The guy with the Porsche.
The guy with the Porsche.
That's our difference between supercar and supercar. It's based on performance. It's based on the name. It's based on the stigma around it. Our main point on that particular episode was the Toyota Supra was not a supercar. It was a super space car.
Right. It was a
great performer.
Great car.
As a matter of fact, the Toyota Supra was the only one that hung with the supercars / hypercars of today in the Le Mans the Enduro race at the time.
Right.
It was a twin turbo 6-cylinder engine that held up with every other high performance vehicle at the time. So the Supra, which is one of my favorites, is a fantastic vehicle. I still don't call it a supercar.
No. So this is from Drive Tribe. This is basically the guys this is Top Gear. The three the original Top Gear hosts. Yeah. Clarkson, Hammond, and May.
I don't like them. Bunch of British douches.
I don't know what that has to do with this.
Well, that was just my opinion.
Okay. Well, it's better than the new Top Gear, which is run by Chris Evans, who's a douchebag.
I haven't watched any of that.
So the top 5 examples of supercar or sports cars that they have listed are the Toyota GT86, which is basically the Scion thing, the Alfa Romeo 4C, the Audi TT RS,
great car,
the Mitsubishi FTO GPX, the Porsche 911 Carrera, and then supercars. The examples they give for supercars are the Aston Martin Vantage GT12, Lamborghini Huron,
Hurricane.
No, Huron.
There's definitely more letters than that.
You're right, there is.
Okay.
LP610-4, the Ferrari.
You're doing great. Keep it up.
I was doing to see what you say. Ferrari 488 GTB.
Lancaster.
Honda NSX, which, depending on which one you're talking about, I do not consider the first one to be a supercar.
I'm with you on that.
It was a supercar, but it was not by any means. It was slow as fuck. It had a shitty little like 275 horsepower four cylinder.
It was part of the Corvette at the time, which is great, but it's not a.
Yeah.
And then
you got the McLaren 720S, and then hypercars. So here's an example of hypercars. Hypercars are the Pagani
Hura, whatever.
Hura BC.
Huey Ray.
Yeah, Huey Ray. The Porsche 918 Spyder, which is fucking amazing. That's a
good looking car.
It's a mid-engine hybrid.
Yeah.
It's electric and gas. It's got some crazy flywheel in it. McLaren P1, the Aston Martin Valkyrie.
That's just insane. It looks like a spaceship.
It is a spaceship. It's got 1,000 fucking horsepower.
From the factory.
And it's mid-engine. And rear-wheel drive.
Performance.
Arr. It's $2.5 million, too.
Yeah.
Koenigsegg, Agera.
Koenigsegg.
Agera R.
Which is insane.
And then the Bugatti Veyron is kind of in its own little class, but it's still a hypercar.
It's like a classy super hypercar.
Yeah, they only make so many a year.
Yeah, it's fancy.
They take a loss on them as well. They don't make any profit on the Veyrons.
It's crazy.
And then they have the Citroen now.
So James, that's kind of where we were on that episode. Is it confusing? It all comes down to opinion in the end, or you can take what professionals in the industry have used as their definition, which is what I did, and kind of go, I kind of fall in line with that. These people do this for a living; they know what they're talking about.
Well, in some cases, it comes down to how much horsepower and price.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, where they fall, like the Carrera was, I think, the highest priced one at $77,000. We'll call it U.S. dollars. That's in pounds, but
pounds.
It's 77,000 pounds
versus $250,000,
and has 365 horsepower. Your next supercar is the Aston Martin Vantage, $250,000 and 500 horsepower.
Yeah,
almost 600 horsepower.
Yeah.
So it just depends. It gets broke. There's a price point and a horsepower point where
a lot of it is about how much money do you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, that's what it comes down to.
So
what else did he ask?
That's it. So
he said, honestly, I just like the back and forth between the two of you about the random shit. It's about.
Did you say shit?
I did say shit.
Oh.
Yeah. Father, forgive me.
Mostly sane people. We're nowhere near sane.
No,
but
we're not sane.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Like the rest of I'm not going to read it all, but thank you for the email, James. You know what? I say we need to figure out something, you and I, to send to James. I don't know if that'll be within a week or a month or a year, but James, we definitely like Mo has sent us an email here.
Mo has sent us an email before, and I completely forgot that Mo sent us an email.
Oh, this is from.
Oh no, this is recent.
Oh, okay, this is
because he said call him shenanigans. I have emailed you asshats before, unless you're not considering me a listener.
Well, if you listen, you're the listener, Mo. So we definitely consider you a listener.
Mo, you're always a listener in my book, buddy. So he just said, congratulations on the 100th episode. But his top 3 episodes are the Buckhorn Bites. It was a little hard to listen to because of all the retching, but he muscled through it, and he's a better person for it.
Yes, see? Oreos and salsa.
That doesn't mean it was good. It's
top 3.
That's his top 3.
Yeah.
That's his third one.
That's a listener. Out of 100 episodes, that made top 3.
Number 2 was Zombie Skittles. Not only did he literally almost die, well, we did too.
Yeah.
While working out, it was comical to hear the pain in Randy's voice every time he got one of those damn Skittles.
It was so bad. I actually had a conversation this weekend about that. Somebody asked me about Zombie Skittles and where I got them and all that.
Ugh. And then episode 100, not only was the beginning amazing, but Martelle's inability to read aloud holds a special place in my heart. And then he did give honorable mention to DJ's episodes because DJ just brings the realness.
Yeah, he does. He said he brings they're unique and special and they transcend the list.
Yeah. So we need to have DJ back on again.
We do. He just lives so far away.
That's his own damn fault. So thank you guys, both James and Mo, for sending us emails.
So much.
We do really appreciate it. And see, we do read these things on the air. We do actually read. We read
everything that's sent to us.
I held a conversation with James for probably about an hour over Instagram.
Oh, nice. You actually messaged me like, hey, we got an email from this guy.
Hey, we got an email from James.
James emailed us, so.
So thank you. Keep listening. Spread the word. Share, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Let other people know that we're out here drinking whiskey and being
idiots,
morons, insanely moronic.
So now we can officially end this.
Yeah, so for Randy, I'm Martelle. We're out.
I gotta pee.
Pinkies up.
Peace.